What are the 10 things that you need to know to really get the benefits of Tai Chi? Well, that's what we've been talking about, that what are the things, not just knowing how to do the movements, not just knowing what move comes next, but there are 10 essentials that really help you get the benefits of Tai Chi. And we're on number 7. And this one might sound kind of self-evident, but coordination is key. You really have to coordinate your movement in order to get the benefit of Tai Chi. So the way that this is really worded is your energy, what you're doing with your Tai Chi is rooted in your feet, stabilized through the legs, commanded by the waist, the dantian, and expressed through the hands. So there's this coordination of hands and feet, elbows and knees, shoulders and hips. Your body is fully coordinated in order to be effective in your movement. So let's look at the move kick, smash, and box the ears. Now in our 8 form, we do kicks, but we don't actually finish the movement as kick, smash, and box the ears. But that movement is in the long form, it's in the 24 form, it's in the 40 form. So let's look at that. And this one needs to be coordinated in order to come together as an effective movement. Remember, rooted in the feet, stabilized through the legs, commanded by the waist, governed by the waist, and expressed through the hands. There's a coordinated flow of energy against your opponent. Your weight comes to the right. You lift, kick, smash, landing, and box the ears. If we're not coordinated through this, if we don't have our weight fully on one side, we're not discriminating properly, we're not rooted properly, we're not balanced, we're not going to be effective against our opponent. If I try to kick and then box right away, I'm not balanced either. If I'm falling forward like this, I'm actually giving my opponent the advantage. So you want to think about being rooted. Remember, the dantian is the leader. When you lift, you're lifting from your dantian. Kick, smash. So you're bringing your opponent's head and shoulders into your knee, and then you lower your dantian, moving from the dantian coming forward to box the ears. Rooted in the feet, stabilized through the legs, commanded by the waist, and expressed through the hands. This is a full coordination of your movement. Now, some of us have to work harder on coordination, but that's the beauty of Tai Chi, is that it will help you be more coordinated in your movement, which will actually give you better balance in your everyday life. So let's do our simplified 8 form and think about the coordination of that flow of energy, the coordination of simply how is our body moving? Are we staying balanced? Are we effective in our movements? So let's do that form. Taking a nice deep breath in, breathe it out, sinking down, and open. Preparation. Repulse the monkey. Now remember, just because we're thinking about coordination and effectiveness of movement, we don't want to muscle through. We don't try to beat our opponent with our strength. Hold that ball. And now think about the coordination of your hand and your foot with your brush knee. Keeping your shoulders in harmony with your hips. Stepping out, brush knee. Holding the ball. Part the wild horse's mane. Stepping back. Part the wild horse's mane. And now wave hands like clouds as we step. Think about that rootedness in your feet. Think about being stabilized through the legs and yet commanded by the waist as it rotates, helping with our balance and expressed through the hands. Bringing your weight to the left, lift into pheasant stance. Bringing your weight to the right, pheasant stance. Here's your kick. And kick. Then holding that ball, stepping out, ward off, grasp the bird's tail. Roll back. Rotate and press. Pushing chi. Bringing your weight to the left, then to the right, and ward off. Grasp the bird's tail. Roll back. Rotate and press. Pushing chi. Bringing your weight all the way up onto that left. Open up. Return the tiger to the mountain and close. Now think about what we just learned in number 6 of not by strength. If we think about coordination being key, it's much easier to not have to muscle through those movements. So that coordination is helping you be open and loose and not having to grit and try to work through each movement. You can be open and loose because you're coordinating that movement. So work on that. If you want to add the smash and box the ears when you're doing your simplified 8 form, that's totally fine. If you want to do your kick and add the smash and practice lowering from the dantian and box the ears, that's really okay to modify that form that way. Next, we'll move on to number 8.